Coming to you straight from Rotoplay here in Coppell, Texas. This is the only show more stronger than a gamma radiated warhead that has adamantium plating. This is the Stop Click.
With me today is Raven Reyes. I am Matt Jackson.
And often missing, but can't be duplicated under no circumstances whatsoever. That man from Area 51, John Keys.
The General.
The mold broke. That's why you can't duplicate him.
There you go. Yeah. So we're super excited because we're talking about Age of Ultron.
The Age of Ultron is upon us.
I'm kind of terrified.
In the form of some really cool-looking booster packs.
No kidding.
A+ on the booster packs, first of all.
Yeah, packaging whiz kids, spot on.
Flip it over, dude. They don't see the other side.
Yeah, the crazy Ultron silhouette there.
I'm keeping
looks
the
kind of
boxes.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Now, we're going to talk about this in a second. The first thing we're actually going to talk about is the awesome new Spider-Man OP kit stuff.
Yes.
You want to talk about awesome.
Truly, some of the best pieces I have seen in an OP kit since Kyle Rayner. I mean that with no hesitation. I think the star of the OP kit, fortunately or unfortunately, as you want to look at it, is the Spider-Man. Now, a reused sculpt, which some people were critical of. I really don't care. It really didn't bother me that too much.
But I actually like this Spider. This is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man sculpts. Actually.
Other than the fact that almost every one I've ever seen has ended up broken, but we're okay with that. That's what happens.
Looks like the stem's a little thicker too. Actually,
it actually does look like they've done a little bit of quality control work on the stem there.
So good job on that, Wiz. And I mean, we're not just talking about one piece that's like super phenomenal. We're talking about really 3 good pieces here.
Yeah, all 120 points.
Yeah,
all
solid pieces.
Indomitable. They just spread the Indomitable around, and I was like, I cannot tell you how many times I'm like, the Spider-Man doesn't have Indomitable. How sad is this? How disappointed am I in this?
So we'll go over these figures. We're not going to go over them completely. That's a whole nother episode, I guess. But we'll go over our favorite parts of each figure.
Okay.
We'll start with Matt, who has Venom.
Okay, my favorite part of this Venom, number one, I really like. I think most of these guys have this improved movement, ignores characters, ignores elevated, and ignores hindering. I cannot tell you how many times I've been completely disappointed in my ability to get away from somebody, or my ability to completely not deal with any map with lots and lots of elevated
Especially
terrain.
if you're a Spider-Man character.
Yeah,
you figure, like, Spider-Man, he can, like, get away from... That's kind of like his thing,
yes,
you know?
very leaping over buildings. And I feel like if you don't have that ability, it doesn't really feel like a Spider-Man anymore.
Or Venom.
Or Venom, for that matter. Obviously, this one has a very unusual team ability, or one I haven't seen in a very, very long time.
It's either the Sinister Six or the anti-Spider-Man team.
And the anti-Spider-Man...
I think it's called Sinister Six,
It's the Sinister Syndicate.
Sinister Syndicate.
Syndicate.
And basically what it does is the character using the Sinister Syndicate team ability may replace their attack value with an with the unmodified attack value of an adjacent friendly character, and using the Sinister Syndicate team ability. So in other words, if you have a member of the Sinister Syndicate that is basically has an unmodified attack that's better than yours, trade out.
There you
It's
go.
defend but attack.
Yeah. Now, and the thing is, I think a lot of people are excited for is this is one of the very few figures has the maximum carnage keyword, which means the most broken team ability in all of existence.
Shriek. You know what she does?
Yes.
Characters adjacent to her that have maximum carnage keyword increase their attack and defense by +1.
Yes.
That's a 19 defense on that Venom.
That's a 19 defense. And once again, lots of shape change, because what's the symbiote without shape change?
I got a doppelganger coming in through trade, actually.
There you go. You're happy about that?
I'm
But,
excited.
Deathlock was the last character I can remember that really had the maximum carnage keyword that can really output some damage. I mean, it was insane what he could do. So, obviously, if you got your ATAs going on, if those are allowed in your local store, maximum carnage is one of almost unbeatable sometimes in the right games.
Yeah.
So, super excited about that.
We're talking about my favorite piece, actually, Spider-Man. I think this is all our favorite. Like,
really.
I have been complaining a lot about not printing a good Spider-Man. Like, even the Spider-Man in the AVX starter set was boring.
Yeah, well, he wasn't boring.
He was
He was better. The thing is, comparatively to what they printed in the last few years, that Spider-Man is the definitive Spider-Man.
Yes.
You just look at him, you go, he's everything you want Spider-Man to do. Like, I like Fear Itself Spider-Man. I thought he was a great piece. But he got hit once, and he was terrible. Like, he was completely useless for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, an 18 super senses sometimes can get there, sometimes not. sometimes you get some hits in, sometimes you get nothing.
So to combat that actually is his neat little defensive power, which first off gives him +1 defense against a ranged attack. His base defense unmodified is 19.
So we're talking a 20 natural on ranged attacks topped out, which is exactly what I think he needs to be actually moderately competitive.
And then Super Sense is attacked on top of that. He also has Shape Change.
So we got Shape Change.
You're
Super
rolling
Sense
against
is
a 20 first off. And then they're going to Shape Change it. And then they'll Super Sense it. Are you kidding me?
That's
not even the best part about this. The absolute best part of this figure is his webbing trait. His webbing trait is so freaking awesome.
I'll be honest, I actually think he's actually undercosted with that webbing trait. Webbing trait is amazing.
So what he does is whenever he makes a ranged attack, you roll a d6. On a 4 through 6, that character can't move, can't be placed, and can't make ranged combat actions until your next turn.
They're locked up. They're webbed up. And the thing is, I love the word "can't be placed."
Yes.
That is my favorite. That's my favorite thing ever, because everybody's like, "Well, I can just TK it around." No, you can't.
You can't even Batmite around.
No, you can't. You
can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing. It's there.
He's locked down.
He's locked down.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
That is super
Good job,
cool.
Wick.
The first thing, like the first guy I'm going to put him with is Centurious.
Centurious, yeah.
Because of +2 perplex to his attack.
There you go.
It's like and it's anybody he hits, he's got two.
He's got 2
freaking
targets.
lightning bolts.
2 targets.
He will lock down your team.
Yeah.
And, oh my god.
For 120 points.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yes, that's it.
Wild card. Don't forget the wild card.
Wild card too.
And I can't really come up with anything better, but it's like going up against the greatest band in the world. You come out with this junkyard.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
I got Agent Venom here. He is nothing to sneeze at. I think the best thing about Agent Venom here is the fact that he has a lot of keywords. Okay,
Yeah,
a lot. Let's
Thunderbolts for one, right?
Yeah, Thunderbolts, which is becoming very popular. Almost everybody's on the Thunderbolts now. You got Avengers. You have Guardians of the Galaxy. Anybody's been reading that story arc?
There you go.
You know why?
We combine with Mantis and Yondu. We can have a party.
Yeah, the Mantis, Yondu, Agent Venom's party. That's going to be great. He also has S.H.I.E.L.D. For a team ability, which Nick Fury and the S.H.I.E.L.D. Coming up this summer.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, Soldier, Spider-Man family, and Thunderbolts.
So that's 5 non-generic keywords on this dude. 5 of them.
He's a part of a lot of teams.
And the only generic keyword he has is Soldier. Okay, which is
you might be able to work with, maybe. I don't know.
I can
which actually helps a lot with his trait. I've been on a lot of teams lately.
I've been on a lot of teams lately. Agent Venom can use plasticity. Agent Venom is a wild card, but may only copy a team ability if 2 or more other friendly characters can use. So there you go. You got yourself knowledge. He has a traded wild card, but it can only be used if there are other people with the wild card. So if you put
another key that shares keyword, 2 or more characters share keyword with them.
Yes.
Which will not be hard to do. With 5 non-generic keywords.
There we go, man.
I mean, we're looking at other things. He's got upgraded
his attack power, which is actually my favorite ability.
Yeah, and which if you also look, he has a sharpshooter, people.
There you go.
When Agent Venom attacks 2 characters with a ranged combat attack, instead of dividing the damage between them, he may deal his printed damage value to each target hit.
Are you kidding me?
So let's see what he's loading up with on dial 1. We are looking at 3 printed damage.
3 printed damage.
That can be perplexed up to 4.
Oh, yeah.
4, 5.
There you go.
All the way up to 6.
So you're looking at a guy that's bricking people out on the first clip.
Yeah, we really like these figures, and I'll be honest. I mean, they've released a lot of OP kits. I can't think of any piece that has come out as an OP kit prize except Kyle. They're these cool.
No, Kyle was a participation.
He was.
You have to win these, which I think is better.
Yeah, a little better.
Yeah, I totally disagree with Kyle being a participation prize, but we'll get into that a whole other time. So I'm glad that you have to win these.
I fully expect, at the very least, that Spider-Man to become meta. I really do. I think for 120 points, I can't think of a character that brings that much to the table.
Oh yeah,
indeed.
So super excited.
And Roll to Play, we have tons of OP kits for them. So if you're wanting some of these figures and you're in the Coppell area, stop by Roll to Play. We do lots of tournaments. We're having a tournament today for these Spider-Man pieces.
Yeah.
Don't know about us? Check us out on Facebook. You can also find us on the WizKids event system as well.
There you go.
Cool.
All right.
So now on to the meat and potatoes of the bunch.
The Age of Ultron. So obviously, month 1, we all get our roundtable resource. Which, by the way, I'm excited. I like it. We actually talked about it one episode before.
Yes.
We haven't really. I have not personally got to sit down and test it and see how it plays out. I'm very optimistic about how it plays out compared to Green Lanterns, but that's not what we're really talking about. Some of the figures have been spoiled, but I think the one thing I want to talk about is I'm on the one hand disappointed, and on the other hand really excited that the chases I'm not super interested in. They're all Ultron variants so far that they've spoiled. We're gonna have like a drone version of Ultron and the Phalanx Ultron, and apparently Wave 2 will have the other two chases where they will also be Ultron variants. And also in the set are Ultron 8, Ultron 1, Ultron 6. Lots of Ultron variants.
I've never seen, well, I guess there's more alive, but I've never seen a booster set that was so definitive of the figures inside of it. Age of Ultron.
Yes, you are going to get some Ultron pieces. You are going to get everyone they've ever seen ever. You might even get
You're
the
gonna
old,
get sick of Ultron.
the old little tube Ultron from the original. Yeah. So
no, they're not making the tube Ultron.
I promise you, he will show up. That tube, that weird tube. Yes, the weird silver tube is going to show up. I promise you. We haven't seen it yet. We have not seen it yet, but I promise you, so far they have at least 8 different sculpts. It feels like of Ultron.
I will get back into here.
You'll get back out of here.
Get out of here.
Anyway, so we have some people that are excited about Ultrons, especially the old kind of janky silver tube Ultron.
I don't know. I'm not excited for the set. I got to be honest with you. You know what? And a lot of you comic fans are going to hate me for the reason I don't like this set.
Is it modem? Is
No.
that why?
It's because I do not like the classic Avenger look.
Really? Is that the big
I don't
problem?
like Hulk with the square head and the furrowed brow. I don't like the 10-suit Iron Man. I don't like any of that. I mean, you know, I respect it. I understand. You gotta respect your roots and all that other stuff. I feel you on that. But I just don't like the set because those are ugly figures to look at to me.
Okay, let me be the counterpoint to this. Okay, I love what's coming down the pipeline for that exact reason.
Yeah.
It's been years since we have seen a good set that had the classic Avengers look. This is going to be the first one. The sculpts that I've seen so far are beautiful. Let us pray that they survive the shipping. Okay, I am excited for the simple of one person in particular, Jocasta. Okay.
Jocasta, yeah.
She has not been seen in years.
She's an uncommon, or no, she's a rare entity.
Yeah,
Yes.
an actual.
She is Marvel's first entity, and she is going to be beastly. Okay.
Yeah.
I see nothing but good things. Wasp, Giant Man.
Yeah.
You're looking at classic Cap.
Yeah.
You're looking at classic Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Those are great pieces. The Kooky Quartet is coming, people.
Yeah.
Cap, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't think here's my prediction so far. You will not see anything in Age of Ultron in meta. All right, that's my bold prediction.
The only thing I think that
maybe
will actually,
Jocasta.
Jocasta, actually, I because of her possession
Maybe
trait.
because of her possession trait, but you will not see anything else in Age of Ultron.
Well, from what we've seen so
that's
far,
my prediction.
I think actually that might be true so far. Unfortunately, of the pieces that have been spoiled, we have these weird, we have pieces that some people care about MODOK as a villain. I've never really cared about MODOK, and I care even less about the female version of MODOK.
The modular operating system designed for aggressive maneuvers. You don't like
Modem.
Yeah.
Modem. I'm not.
These super rares are just boring to me.
Well, some of them.
Well,
are.
I know. Okay, I saw the Black Panther super rare. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, Black Panther.
The sculpt looked pretty cool.
Black
Okay.
Panther is always fun.
I'm all for a solid Black Panther piece.
Yes.
That he doesn't.
The AVX Black Panther
The
was pretty
AVX
good.
was good, but not really definitive Black Panther.
no.
He was a little too weak to really
You think
feel
this
like.
one's gonna be definitive?
I think it'd be
I hope
fairly
so.
definitive.
Well, with the attention going to him in Civil War and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I think
His own
WizKids
movie.
is probably going to make him a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because think about it, they made the whole Ant-Man set.
Yeah.
And I don't think they would have done that if Ant-Man wasn't coming out in theaters.
I would reckon you're right there. I really don't. I mean, that's kind of exciting to see more kind of supplemental
Now,
products.
here's a question: they have the morph ability, right?
Yes, they all can sort of pseudomorph. They can go into each other repeatedly.
Yeah. They said the character with this trait. Now,
Yes.
morph has the little 2 dot. What is that?
I don't know.
Apostrophe. Whatever. It's got punctuation, semicolon, separating that from the actual description of the trait. Same as the Spider-Man from the ASM.
Yes.
Now,
Well,
can
they
they morph into each other?
Yes, that's the whole point of every.
So
every
if I have a Spider-Man, I can morph into Hank Pym.
no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's 'cause
Oh,
it's,
I see. No.
It's a morph trait.
It says with the character name of Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
with the character name
so,
of Hank
so
Pym?
everything
Okay.
in the Hank Pym box set, which we've seen, the Colossal, the Ant-Man, like the tiny Ant-Man, the Goliath, which is the pseudo in between Ant-Man.
So anybody with a Hank Pym real name?
No, not and the trait.
The morph trait is all named.
It's all named, yeah.
It's all named. It's like how in the Spider-Man it was like morph identity crisis. Morph.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they always have.
Okay.
They always have. So these are all
Alright.
Ant-Man variants, but I do think it's super cool that you can go from the absolute tiniest Hank Pym to colossal Hank Pym. Why not? Well, who doesn't want to do that? And I actually thought was funny is that colossal has a 100-point dial. Yeah. So you can actually morph your 100-point super tiny Hank Pym into 100-point colossal Hank Pym and feel like, once again, that feeling that you're really doing it in the game and can go between the two brings a lot to the character of that box set. And then you got these weird ant pogs that pop up.
Yeah.
And then you have giant ants and ant swarms and that kind of thing as you swap back and forth. And I'm like, I really think positively of the flavor of the set. Now, I do think it's a little overpriced MSRP. MSRP is
$49.99.
Yeah, I'm not really
feeling it.
Not really on board.
Think about it, $49.99 for what? How many pieces? What, 4 or 5?
6. I think it's 6 and the actual
That's
box.
less than $10 a figure.
Yes, I can deal with that.
Okay.
I'm not paying $10 a figure.
I'm probably not paying $10 a figure either.
Especially for Ant-Man.
I think for supplemental products, the maximum limit is realistically about $30 for most people. The War of Light battery packs had, we had $25 a piece. That works for most people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is going to sell nearly as much.
I don't know. I didn't even bother ordering it for the store, honestly.
Really? Okay, well,
there was no interest in it. I mean, if people want it to come up, we can order it for them, sure.
Go.
But I just don't think it's going to sell. I honestly think this Age of Ultron OP event, the entire set, is more for funsies than anything else.
Well, I mean, I hope you're wrong. I mean, I really do hope that.
I hope so too.
Because what I think will happen is if this set doesn't turn out to be a blockbuster, then I think you're going to have the month 4 syndrome, where everybody quits by month 4.
Well, okay, here's the cool thing: is they all come in, like you briefly touched up on. They come in waves.
Yes,
wave 1, there's always new stuff to collect in. You can collect people, for people to collect. But I don't know. I hope I'm proven wrong. If anything, I think the Ultrons are going to be really good.
I think they're going to be really good. Hopefully they're not. I don't think they're going to be as expensive. I mean, Parallax when he came out had a secondary market value of like $200.
No,
I don't think you're going to see that.
No, that won't ever happen ever again.
You think?
I don't think it'll ever happen again.
We hope.
Yeah, we hope.
I hope WizKids has learned from the mistakes they made with entity possession. Like,
I don't think they have. I think they're like, oh, that was our mistake. All right,
you know what? The only evidence I have to the contrary that they have not learned is that they did War of Light relit and tried to get people to run War of Light all over again to get rid of stock. And I'm like, y'all really didn't learn your lesson on this one, did you?
No.
They saw a cash cow there. They're like, oh, let's try it again. Oh.
Now, by no means am I not going to be participating.
Oh no.
I want this mostly because the boosters look cool. I'm not gonna lie.
There we go.
But it's still new figures. I'm still hoping for like new quirkiness with it. There's gotta be something that it needs a charm. That's an ideal.
Well, and what I do like about OP events in a very generalized way is that the pieces you get, the common and uncommon, feel playable, and that's something you don't get in normal sets usually.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's going to be it's going to be.
I saw Hercules, and I have never in my life cared about Hercules as a character or what he did. I never had any inkling to play it. This Hercules is really, really good at uncommon.
Yes.
Like, kind of on the ridiculous side for what he brings to the table for the points. Which is great about OP events, and once again, I almost lost at our ROC to a Yondu, so I don't knock on uncommons often, but occasionally you just have these boxes and boxes of uncommons that nobody cares about and nobody's interested in, and that's why, as far as OP gets go, I'm all into play. I really think that the fact that the chases aren't going to be $1 million bajillion like Parallax and his ilk.
We hope.
we hope.
Well, unless Ultron has an entity possession thing.
Yeah, well, there might be an Ultron with entity possession. That would be actually pretty cool.
Ultron with entity possession, Jocasta, and that what's that dude's name? The one you ran with Tyrant.
Oh, Justin Seymour. Justin Seymour.
I hope
My
they don't.
hero. My hero. Okay.
They're setting, from the looks of it, it looks like they're setting up some real bad shenanigans here.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'll say it like this, okay? For as much stuff that WizKids has presented to us so far, and I'm thankful that they spoiled some dials for it. It looks great.
Yeah.
For the stuff that we see, I guarantee there's a ton of stuff that we don't see that's going to blow our minds. Okay?
I hope so.
That is my summer hope right there.
Is that your final thought?
That's my final thought. Blow my mind, WizKids.
My final thought is I'm gonna go for a 7 right now. There's a lot of
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. There's a lot of positives coming here. I actually like a little bit of the old stuff, a little bit of the new stuff, which seems to be what they're doing. But so far, I mean, there's a few characters that I really hope I never pull. I never want to see a modem. I never want to see it ever again. So please don't give me a modem.
Maybe my final thoughts is maybe I'm just fatigued over Avengers Assemble.
That might be.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just tired of seeing Avengers.
Avengers into Avengers, and eventually
Shield.
Agents of Shield. We might get
all this Marvel stuff. Maybe I don't know. I give it probably about a 6.5.
Okay.
Mostly because I think they're going to design it more geared towards playing at the OP event rather than playing meta.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to make it more fun during the time you pull them.
Yeah.
And I think that's a grade A thing to do. I think that's going to bring up a lot more excitement. Speaking of which, here at Roll to Play, 3 times, we'll be doing our Age of Ultron OP event in 2 weeks on the 14th of June. It's a $25 buy-in. It's capped at 10 people. So if you're in the area and you want to get in on this Age of Ultron goodness, call up ahead. It looks up on Facebook. You can go to rolltoplay.com to get the phone number as well. Call ahead. Reserve your spot because I guarantee you 10 spots are going to go fast. We'll be doing it on the 14th, which is a Sunday. We're starting it at 7. Month 1 goodness. You're getting your round table. You're getting your Tony Stark ID card. And you're getting Age of Ultron. It's awesome. I can't wait for it.
I can't wait.
We have already given you our final word. Other than that,
Thank you for watching the Stop Click, y'all.
Later.